It's like riding a bike, man. It takes a lot to get it off the ground, but like once you get it to where it starts becoming muscle memory, it's just that. It's easy.
Last time I rode a bike, I flung over the handlebars.
Perfect. Today, I have a student that has never flown an Arma.
Oh, Jesus.
If that sounds like you may want to stick around. We're going to focus on the very basics of helicopter flight, which starts with the hover. We're going to take your hovering skills from looking like a panicked rookie under fire
Oh, Jesus.
to holding position like a seasoned pilot on Overwatch.
How was that?
That was good. That was good. Keep that up. Your hover's looking pretty solid. We're playing Arma Reforger and the server is HeliFlightSchool. Today, we're diving into the fundamentals of helicopter flight.
That one felt good.
Yeah, dude, that was fucking great. My name's Instructor Loss, and I've taught hundreds of students how to fly in Arma Reforger. Today, I have a complete beginner stepping into the helicopter for the very first time. So, here, first things first, we're gonna go over here to the hover pad. And we're gonna do some hover. Because this often is, the hardest part of starting out is coming to a perfect hover. And so what I want you to do is initially we're going to pick this up. So we're going to start from here. We're just going to pick it up and then we're going to keep it in one spot. Once we can keep it in one spot, we're going to go in a circle. And then once we can go in a circle, we're going to work on going in a straight line down, turning it around, and coming in a straight line back. And I always recommend to start off here if you've just brand new, you're just picking up the controls in Arma for the first time, is the perfect place to start. So go ahead and grab the stick whenever you're ready and bring it up to a hover and just try out a hover real quick. Just try to hold it over that pad the best you can.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, this is where we'll see the most improvement right off the bat if we just practice this. So what this is akin to is holding a marble in the center of a plate, right? It's constantly trying to roll around on you, but you're trying to balance it right there in the middle. And the reason that's such a good analogy is because every time you make a correction, you have to correct the opposite way in order to prevent it from becoming too much, too quick. If you just hold it down one direction, the marble is going to roll straight off the plate and it'll get faster and faster the longer you hold it, your plate tilted. So the idea is that you want to bring it up past the point where you need to correct it and then immediately drop it down. And in the beginning, we start off putting way too much input into the stick. And what you'll find after you get the hang of it is that it takes a lot less than you think. Go ahead and set it down real quick. There you go. Stretch your fingers real quick. Take a little break.
I've never locked in that much.
Do you use just the keyboard or do you also use your mouse?
As in what? To look around and that? Or
Yeah,
is there a certain control?
Yeah, so you can actually activate your mouse as your cyclic. So you can go in your settings and make it to where it'll work as the joystick in between your legs there. And then all you have to do is use your Alt key to switch back and forth between free look and joystick controls. A lot of people find that very useful for mouse and keyboard, using their mouse as the joystick. Would you like to see those settings?
Yes, please.
Okay, so go into your settings, go to gameplay, then to controls, and then turn on mouse aircraft control and controller free look and aircraft.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, now double tap your Alt button.
Yep.
Okay, now double tap it again. There you go.
Okay.
Now hold Alt real quick and look around. There you go. There you go. So now you know that if you have it on your stick and you hold Alt, you can still just hold Alt, or you can double tap to lock it.
Okay.
So that way you...
Should I have...
Sorry, go ahead.
Should I be facing straight forward or slightly to the left to see like all angles when I lock it?
I lock it straight forward personally, and if you have an old webcam laying around, I would recommend getting Track AI. There's like some Open Track, I think is what it's called. It's a program that'll use AI to monitor the motion of your head and allow you to free look. It's very useful being able to free look with your head.
Okay.
I use Track IR, but it costs money.
All right.
So whenever you're ready, go ahead and is this still going? Start it back up. By the way, if you didn't know, if you look at your compass, there's a little tag in the bottom right hand corner that says off. If your engine shuts off, you'll know. It'll pop up.
Okay, perfect.
So this time what I want you to do, don't touch anything except shift, and just tap shift and let go. Okay, a little bit more shift. Okay, now start your corrections with your mouse. Bring it to a hover. You want to bring it to middle.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, it's different, isn't it? There's a couple different ways people control with their mouse. One is they'll use it as the cyclic. The other is moving the mouse forward and back will be pitch up and down, and then moving the mouse left and right will be their yaw. So it'll basically move the nose of your aircraft like a cursor, if that makes more sense.
Oh my god. My brain is trying to wrap around, like,
just
my brain is trying to wrap around going up and down to...
Okay, so here, real quick, I'm gonna take the controls. I want to show you something, okay?
Like, okay.
Okay, so I've got the stick. Now I want you to watch my feet and my hands, okay? And you can also watch your stick and your foot pedals too for the same thing. And I want you to see how much input I'm putting into this, okay? So I'm gonna take off here. Okay, we're going backwards a little bit, so I'm gonna tilt this forward just a hair. I'm gonna let it come to a stop, and it'll slowly bring us forward. You see, I've put one input in so far. Okay, up collective a little bit here. We're bringing us in, so I'm gonna pull my nose up a little bit. So there's my second input. And the second we stop, I'm gonna bring my nose back down to neutral, because if I hold it up, we're gonna start going backwards. And then here, you'll have to find a little sweet spot. Once you do, it's very small amounts of movements. And it's not like what I was seeing in your controls was this. Like you're adding a lot of movement trying to correct it, right? But it's like very minor. You see the difference in my hand movements right now? Like this is all the way, right? And then this is like just very, get this off the ground, very small touches. And it's like, it's hard to describe how small these touches are. Which is why I suggested the mouse, because it's hard to do that with the keys sometimes, but with the mouse you could do very finite touches. Go ahead and take the stick back and give it another go.
Okay, there we go. Oh, it's not locking my camera.
Double tap. There you go, much smaller touches. Nice. Nose down. You're gonna hold it too long and go back. See?
I'm not locked. Like, I'm using my WASD. It's not locking my camera for some reason.
Oh, that's okay.
I'm trying to land a little bit. To
Okay.
try and
Yeah,
fix
go
it
ahead and
first.
set it down and then figure it out.
Man, I struggle with the mouse.
With the mouse. I mean, maybe that's not it for you, which is fine, but I wanted you to try it.
Yeah, I don't know what it is though. I feel like is there a way to invert the controls for the mouse?
Yes.
Okay, I might try that because my brain keeps wanting to go up and down and down.
Oh, okay. Here, set it down again real quick.
So repeat that again for me. Sorry, I got lost halfway through.
It's okay. It's okay. So what we're gonna do here is hit escape, click on your settings, go up to controls, under controls, tab over to helicopter. And then once you're in helicopter, you're gonna see the cyclic controls at the bottom. Let me know when you're there.
Yep, I'm there.
Okay, now that you see the cyclic controls, what you're going to do is, so on cyclic forward, click the little settings cog when you highlight it. You see that?
Yep.
Okay, now once you click that, go down to the third one there. It should be pulling back is assigned to forward. Just go switch it.
I do, but when I was trying to remap it, it wasn't registering. I was going forward and back.
Try deleting it and adding a new bind, maybe?
Okay, I figured it out. You gotta press add special new binding, go to what was it say?
I'm sorry, you were cutting up there. What was that?
I found that you gotta go to add special command. I'm just changing them now.
Okay, cool.
Okay, I changed them all.
Okay.
I'm surprised if I'm more used to this because I've never played with inverted controls, but it's just my brain can't seem to get a hang over it.
Yeah, and that's just like that sometimes.
Oh, no. Yeah, no. Switch back to mouse and keyboard. Like the keyboard.
Not working for you?
No, I just don't think I can get a hang of the mouse, really. mean, keyboard I know better, but
All right. Whatever works for you, man. Everyone's a little bit different. I fly with controller.
is that much easier?
I wouldn't say much. I would say it's easier for me because that's how my brain works, but it's not the case for everybody.
Am I able just to plug my controller in, or would I
Yeah,
have to
I
like,
use a
change some
PlayStation 5 controller.
stuff? I don't use PlayStation. I've got an Xbox. Let me go grab it real
Yeah,
quick.
that'll work.
Okay, so I got my controller. What's the push to talk button on the controller?
I don't use default, but I think it's L1 or R1.
Hello. Oh, okay. I got it right.
Okay, cool. Yeah, give that a try. Maybe you'll like that better.
Oh, no, I've just realized I don't even know what button it is. Go up.
Oh, it's your thumbsticks, but the one thing I would recommend is remapping that to your triggers. It's much better.
Okay. Yeah, that was the buttons I was trying to press at first.
Mm-hmm. I play Battlefield 2 style controls. So this is set up with mode 2.
Where the hell am I going?
Yeah, so your right stick is going to be your cyclic and your left stick is going to be pitch and yaw. Left stick is going to be yaw. Battlefield is backwards from that though, so you may want to remap it if your brain works that way. I don't know.
Okay, but when I use my right analog stick, it's just moving my face camera. It's not moving the helicopter.
Oh, double tap L1. Oh shit, hold on. You went and turned on controller free looking aircraft. You have to go turn that off now because you're using a controller. Is what that is.
Oh, there we go. Okay, let's see if I can land this baby now.
It's looking a little more natural. How's it feeling?
Sorry, I'm trying to concentrate. Oh, no.
I spoke too early.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It feels a bit better, but it's the fact that I'm not able to look around to see the back of me is kind of annoying.
Yeah, that's always an issue on controller, man. That's why I fly with controller and use head tracking.
Yeah. I really don't know what one I find easier, mouse or keyboard controller.
Yeah, well, the good news is you're at the perfect time to figure it out. It's much tougher to figure out after you've been playing for 300 hours.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and hover again.
You'll notice the the controller has a much finer movement capabilities unless you're using your mouse.
Yeah, I just realized I was holding down my talk button but not talking.
Sorry. Yeah.
I let it roll back too much.
How's that feeling compared to earlier?
It feels easier now.
For this
So I say it
specifically,
as I'm going to park.
there are things that are easier on keyboard and mouse. But really it's just what's easier for your brain, right?
Oh god, where am I going? Man, I cannot get a hang of flying in this game. I might just have to stick as a footman.
It's easy to get discouraged. It's just what it really comes down to is it's going to take you some time to get good. There's no quick way to get good at flying. You're also doing one of the harder things about flying a helicopter right now, which is hovering.
God, I just lose it at times.
Just letting the marble roll off the plate, that's all. So you're starting to get the hang of it. Start spinning around in a circle. Hover it while rotating.
Oh, Jesus. Did I hit something?
Not sure. Don't think so. Adds another level of difficulty once you start rotating, doesn't it?
Yeah. And it also doesn't help that like I haven't played with a controller in like 3 years.
Yeah, right.
Oh no, I'm losing it. I'm gonna land it, my fingers need a break. Oh, I am tensing up too much.
Here, I'm gonna grab the stick real quick, okay?
Yeah, go ahead. God, when I first started playing this game, I thought it was going to be like every other flying game where it's like kind of simple, but nope.
Yeah, the main difference between Arma, well, I guess one of the main reasons between flight simulators and arcade flying is that with flight simulators, the pitch doesn't autocorrect. So if you bank it to an angle, it stays that way until you pull it back. With like Battlefield or really any other more arcadey franchise that it doesn't try to do like the simulation thing, it's more all right then, sorry, just trying not to get killed. So it's more difficult because you have to control it all, and so there's extra processing power going into it. So the first thing that you should practice to get up to proficiency, and this is basically what I was showing you earlier on the hover pad, is just work at stopping in a straight line. So we're gonna go straight. When we're ready, we're gonna pull up our nose and hold down collective to keep us from floating up into the air, and just hold this. As our speed comes out, we may have to give a little up collective to keep us off the ground, but we're just going to hold our nose up until our speed comes to a hover, and then we're going to drop it. And then we'll turn around and do it again. And this is the first thing that you really need to focus on practicing whenever you first pick up flying, because the most difficult thing to do initially whenever you're flying is come to that hover. And that's why the first place I took you to was that hover pad over there. So just a little down collective, pull that nose back, work on staying at an even altitude. See, we dropped there, so I pulled up collective a little bit, down to keep us from floating back up, and then I pull my nose down when we're at a hover. And basically it's just a lot of practicing that initially, and then you'll get up to a spot where you can do much more advanced things. But initially you need to start off at step 1 before you go and put 50 other like actions in there.
So you're just flexing on me right now.
I'm just saying, like,
Okay.
everyone's goal is that, right? But really it all starts with just going straight and learning to bring it to a hover. That's the first thing we need to do. Doesn't matter what speed, doesn't matter where you come to a hover, we just need to practice pulling that nose up until our speed's low enough to drop it back down to the halfway line, and then finding our hover. So just keep getting speed and practicing that. And I'm gonna go set you over here on this landing pad, and then that way you can take it over and then head back and forth. You don't need to set it down to practice coming to a hover. So
Okay. And like when you're not like available or anything, am I able to join this role and just keep practicing this? Or
yeah. There's helipads over there at the spawn. It's set up so everyone can come over here and practice, just like Philly do over here is doing.
Okay. I didn't know if you had someone with him.
No. Go ahead and take the stick. I built all of this over here as like basically a skills park to practice my skills, and it also is available to everybody else to do the same. And you see Philly do over there is just practicing what we all come over here to practice, which is coming to a hover and setting it down. You can practice more efficiently if you don't set it down every time. Just come to a hover and then turn around and go the other way. Okay, nose up, throttle up, throttle up. There you go. Now level off and turn around.
Oh Jesus.
It's alright, it's alright. Now we go the other way and give it a go. And it's really just repetition, man. There's at a certain point, there's nothing you can do but do it. Do it over and over, you know what I mean?
Yeah. My brain thought that it was going to be more like GTA flying, but it's just nothing like it. Ah, shit. Now, can I try fly us to where we were, or do you want to take control?
No, take.
Do I over pull it back or is it fine? I can't tell. Why am I so high?
Because you're not doing down collective as you're pulling it back, and you should be pulling it back. Don't pull it back more than 30 degrees there on the bubble.
When you say down collector, that's making it go down, right? By holding like LT or...
Exactly.
Yeah, I felt like I was doing that, but I just felt like I was going high as hell.
Make sure you find that hover first, because what happened there is we came in with too much speed, and the best way to prevent that is come into a hover first.
Yeah. I was trying to aim for 30 on the bubble, but I was just too focused on that.
So what you're going to experience is at first, you're going to have to hold down collective, and then all of a sudden the bottom's going to drop out, and you're going to have to hit up collective to reverse that, and then you'll come to a stop. But your collective's going to have to be operated independently of your nose.
Okay. I'm so sorry that I'm doing this bad.
It's fine, man. You're doing good.
Like, I was holding my down to go down, but I could see myself going up, so I was so confused.
Yeah. First, you're gonna have to hold down collective, and then you're gonna have to switch to up collective. It'll be like clockwork every time once you figure it out.
Oh, bugger.
It's all right. So don't worry. Take it up to 300 feet first, and then you don't have to worry so much about hitting the ground.
Yeah, so which dial shows me how high I am? 'Cause
Yeah, so the top right hand dial is your altitude. The little hand is hundreds, and the big hand is hundreds, and the little hand is thousands.
okay, so that's 200 feet.
Right.
Okay, and you want me 300. There we go. Then I'm 32 degrees. Not lightly pulling it back. Too much speed. Point nose up.
You go, collective down a little bit. There you go. Okay, now let go of collective down. Up, collective up, nose up, nose up, nose up. Yeah, so don't try to turn it yet. Just work us on stopping in a straight line first.
Okay. How was that?
It was good. That was good. Keep that up.
Okay.
It's like riding a bike, man. It takes a lot to get it off the ground, but like once you get it to where it starts becoming muscle memory, it's just that. It's easy.
Last time I rode a bike, I flung over the handlebars. Perfect.
Work on holding your nose up a little longer and really focus on getting the straight flare done, because once you're done with the straight flare, I'll give you the next step, which is exactly what you're trying to do. The issue is you're trying to do it before you've perfected the straight flare. So keep your tail straight and just come to a straight stop. And once you perfect that, you can come to a hover, and which it doesn't take long. Then we'll start adding our tail movement, and it'll make a bit more sense. There you go, nose up a little bit. See how we still have some speed? There you go. Now nose up a little bit more. A little bit more.
So have it.
There you go. Now nose down. You got to predict it. You got to go nose down early, or else we continue going backwards. And this is what I want you to get the feeling of it right here. So turn it around and go back the other way and bring it back to a hover. Focus on keeping that control your speed, like just maintain a level altitude if you can. All right, so
God,
I want
suck.
No, I want to show you what you're doing right real quick. I'm going to take controls whenever you're ready. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so check this out. This is what you're doing, and I'm going to show you what we need to see. Right now your nose is married to your collective. So whenever you pull your nose back, you're going down collective. But the second you start falling and hit up collective, you're leveling out every time. And you're doing the same. They're just married together. What you really need to do is separate them. And you can practice this by going up to 30, and right here, go down, up, down, up. Just practice going back and forth on them all the way down to 0. And see, if I hold it too long, I'm gonna go backwards just like that. But it doesn't have to be one, like it doesn't have to be one or the other, right? Matter of fact, you can ride 0 collective after you stop gaining altitude for a bit. But we're really just timing this. This is what we want to find, is that hover. And so there's 2 ways you can go about it. This, you can make it harder for yourself and try to master your collective now, or you can come up to 300 or 400 feet and you can worry only about down collective, and that'll allow you to only worry about things as far as collective is concerned, and then you can still focus on everything else you're practicing. So if you come up this high, pull back to 30, hold that down collective, just hold it. You don't have to worry about anything else. As it comes down to about 10 here, we're going to drop our nose and bring it to the halfway mark. And you see how much altitude I lost here because I was up at 300 or 400 feet, right? But that's holding down collective the whole time. That's what happens. So if you could just get up higher, then you only have to worry about one thing. And even more importantly than that, you don't have to worry about practicing over here where you're aiming at things yet either. You can come up here way into the air and practice coming to a hover. All you do is get up to speed, down collective, bring that nose down, work on timing your nose coming to the halfway mark with your airspeed coming to 0 there. You know where your airspeed is at?
Yeah, underneath the altitude.
No, that's your vertical speed. Your airspeed's on the left side. It says knots in the middle. It's on the left side of your tilt bubble there in the center.
Oh, I've been looking at vertical speed the entire time.
Yeah, so that's a good call out. Where that's important is, so vertical speed tells us if we're going up or down, right? So I'm going up right now, and I can tell that with the vertical speed. So when I'm up way up here in the air and I'm judging how flat I'm doing it, watch, I'm gonna let off the up collective here and just kind of level out. Watch our vertical speed come down. So watch, now I'm gonna try this, but I'm gonna try to keep it as flat as possible. So when I pull my nose up, I'm gonna have to ease into down collective preemptively, you see that? And then as the bottom comes out, I'm gonna hit up collective, and I'm gonna try to keep it on 0. See, this is what I was describing to you earlier with how the collective inputs happen. First, what's gonna happen is you're gonna have to hold down collective to keep it from climbing, and then something called translational lift is gonna cut out. And all of a sudden you're going to start dropping, and you're going to have to counteract that with a little bit of up collective. So once again, looking at that vertical speed dial, you can see we're roughly maintaining level flight. So I'll try to keep it as flat as possible here. I'm going to pull back and hold down collective at the same time. And then as the bottom drops out, I'm going to ease off that down collective. And I held it way too long, so we're going backwards. I was looking at the vertical speed too much, but you get the point. Like, the collective controls that vertical speed dial, and the nose controls the knots, the airspeed dial. So the collective will change the vertical speed, but your airspeed is only changed by dropping the nose or picking it up.
Okay, so I want to keep the knots at the top for a hover.
Right. Exactly.
I have been looking at vertical speed the entire time, trying to keep it in 0. That's probably why I was.
Yeah, so the vertical speed at 0 is a good indication of how level you're flying and nothing else. Now, I would suggest that an advanced pilot take a look at that vertical speed indicator there and really work on honing their skill with just flying flat, right? And the reason I would suggest that is because whenever you come in for faster maneuvers, now we have no room for vertical speed changes. You understand? So we have to do it flat. So practicing maneuvers as flat as possible on that vertical speed dial is very good for practicing high speed entry into an AO, but really where you're at, you need to practice easing onto the down collective, easing off of down collective into up collective, and then dropping your nose.
Okay.
Go ahead and take the stick whenever you're ready. Your hover's looking pretty solid.
Am I going backwards? I can't tell because of the ocean.
You actually can tell. If you look all the way down to the very bottom of your dash, there is a dial with a cross on it. Do you see that?
Yep.
Okay, so that dial with the cross at the very bottom, if you put the cross in the middle, then you're at a perfect hover.
Oh, okay. So I'm at a perfect hover right now.
Yeah. Yeah, so now watch. Tilt your nose forward a little bit. Now pull it up. You see what that's telling you now?
Now I'm in a perfect hover. Oh, it's slipping.
See, there's the marble on the plate. The marble's rolling away. You got to put it back in the middle.
Oh, Jesus.
That's the visual indication of your marble. Here you go. Put that marble back in the middle. Don't let it go too far. There you go. Oh, let it settle in there. Yep. Nose up. And nose down. Don't. Like, you want to do gentle corrections to get it in there. Now nose up a little bit. There you go. All right, let your nose fall. Let it fall down to the back to the middle of the dotted line in the center dial. There you go. Yeah, so the false horizon is the top middle dial, the big one, right?
Yep.
Whenever your nose is in the middle of that, then you're not gaining or losing speed, right? That bottom dial it's called a course deviation indicator. And in Arma, it allows us to see when we're at a hover, basically which direction our momentum's going. Yeah, you can use it side to side there too, you see.
Yeah.
And so we already went over the vertical airspeed indicator over there on the right, which shows basically our collective. So if you give it up collective, it'll pop up in the air a little bit. Yep. Down collective, it'll go down a little bit. Yep. There you go. And then your airspeed indicator at the top left and your altimeter at the top right. That middle one right there is a compass. And then the one on the bottom left is your turn and slip indicator. Interesting thing about that one is that the two white lines on the little level looking thing with the ball in it, the two white lines are the body of your aircraft and the ball is the tail of your aircraft.
So it's dead perfect center because I'm in a perfect hover.
Yeah,
right
so now watch, swing your tail to one side.
I'm slipping.
That's called slip.
And then is it gonna fix itself because my body is fully turning?
If you bring it back to a hover. There you go. The ways to fix that are to bring it back into a hover, to go in a straight line, or to step on the ball. If we've got speed and then I swing the tail out here, if I anti-torque to the left and step on the ball, it'll push it back in. And it's true the other way too. And when this is a little bit advanced here, really, but when this matters is when we're turning, the ball is going to drift out to the right, and we would step on the right to push the ball back in. And that allows us to turn the helicopter kind of like this. But this is a little bit more advanced kind of flying technique here when you're stepping on the ball. It allows you to do things with a little bit more agility.
Okay, so when you mean stepping on the pedals, it's moving
your
right,
anti-torque left or right.
Stick.
Yeah, does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, sorry.
Do people actually do these courses?
Oh yeah, definitely. These are the easy ones.
Confusing.
These are the easy ones. This is this one's actually the basic certification, and this one I think is actually would be a really good one for you to practice at. So this is our first test here, and I'll show you kind of what
I'm gonna crash.
you're oh. So here, check it out. So with this one, you stay under 20 knots, and that's the hard part for people, is that you can't go over 20 knots for this one. So you have to stay at a hover. And this is really what you need to be practicing right now, is staying in a hover. And basically we're practicing taxiing. And you'll see it's very small adjustments. We don't want to adjust too much left or right. We want to try to keep our wings level and just turn our nose, and then pitch your nose down a little bit. So I can pull my nose up to neutral once we have speed and just glide. And that's kind of the important thing to learn here, is finding that glide. Altitude control, so this is using your collective, and then your tail, and then your nose. So this we're applying all three. And what you'll find is there's just a good mix of tail, nose, and collective that goes along here, because anytime you tilt too far, you're going to lose a little bit of altitude. And then anytime you rotate, you're going to have to correct your wings and pitch your nose down a little bit again. And so that's really what this test is about. And this is the first test on our basic certification. So right here, you have to be able to adjust your height without gaining any speed, and that's all collective control. Oh, hey, look, it's Bushmaster.
Man, I didn't realize that you actually had to take notice of all these dials.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot, right?
Yeah, my autistic brain is being way
Well,
over, like.
and so
Whoa.
it's not that you have to keep like track of all the dials. It's just that if you learn the dials, then it makes understanding what the aircraft's doing a lot easier.
Yeah, it's just my brain is kind of stupid, and when like there's a lot of stuff to focus on, my brain starts to get like too annoyed.
Dude, I totally get it, and that's why I'm really trying to break it down. I know we went into detail on the dials probably a bit more than was necessary, but what I want you to get from all this is that the first thing to practice is going to be slow hovering flight. And that's really what's going to get you control, because I'll tell you what happens. The typical progress for somebody is that they'll get in, they'll start flying fast, not necessarily specifically fast, but they'll just start flying, and that's all they'll practice is flying. They'll never actually practice hovering or landing. So whenever they come in for soft, smooth approaches, it just isn't there.
Yeah, because in the first time that I flew a helicopter, it was on a normal server, and I literally got in it, went to go up, and I just shot backwards and crashed straight into a tree. So I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so it's definitely I don't know. It's definitely worth breaking it down, starting from a very simple place, and just focusing on that. And that's kind of what I've been getting at with you, is because I noticed earlier you also had a tendency to try and push it a little bit, like before you were fully comfortable with the first concept. So just focus on working real small first, and then all the big stuff doesn't matter as much because we've got a strong foundation to build off of. So go ahead and take the stick and, you know, just give this a go. It doesn't really matter if you do well or not. There you go. Pick that nose up. Don't leave it down. Don't leave it down. Yeah, there you go. Seeing we're practicing that marble on the plate. We got to really work on balancing it when we need to, because if we leave it tilted, it's going to roll right off the plate. But once we get speed, we got to catch it. Right, pull your nose up. Pull your nose up. Yeah, there you go. Tail a little bit. A little collective down. There you go. Just a little bit collective down. Just keep us in the middle. You want your rotors down in the middle. Down a little bit more. There you go. Now you're going to focus on just your tail. Just your tail. Perfect. Collective down a little bit. There you go, and your tail. Yeah, perfect. Use that tail to point your nose a little bit more. Don't point us towards the ring. Point us to the left more. There you go. Collective down a little bit to keep us down in the middle. We want to stay a little bit lower than this. Yeah, perfect. There you go. Awesome. Like, are you trolling me right now? Because you're actually doing really freaking good.
I'm so locked in, I don't want to speak.
Okay, sorry.
No, you keep giving me information.
No! I'm sorry, that was me. My bad.
No.
I distracted you. Hold on. Let me take you back. Sorry about that. I distracted you.
That's my bad. I shouldn't get the shadow so easily, but you boosted my confidence. Right, take two. Yeah, you can give me guides and all, but like my brain is so locked into trying to focus that I just forget to speak.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Dude, talking and doing things at the same time is really difficult for me as well. So, like, the fact that I'm able to fly and sit there and talk and explain things to you, I had to practice that a lot. Like, a lot. Try to keep us in the middle of the ring. No reason to cut it too close for no reason. Oh, I think someone messaged me. Oh, okay, no, it was just you. Did someone else message you?
Oh no, oh my god.
Oh, someone else did message me. Yeah, okay.
No. I started panicking because I couldn't see how close I was to the ring.
Yeah. Let me set you back real quick. Sorry, just hang tight. It's perfectly normal here. Don't worry at all.
Good, take your time.
Happens all the time. Don't worry, these things drain out eventually.
It sucks that like I can't look around because my brain like I want to look around to see how close I am to the ring and that, but you just can't.
Hey, hold on, hold the helicopter down real quick. Look over at me real quick.
I can't.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, use your mouse. Oh. So the whole time I'm talking to you, I'm going back and forth, looking at the dials, looking back at you. Like this is like the head tracking. Not that I'm trying to sell it to you or anything. Is pretty clutch because you can anywhere I look, my head looks. So if you have an old webcam, you can set that up for free.
I have a Elgato webcam.
Dude, it doesn't
PC.
have to be a good webcam. Any webcam will do, but there's, I think it's called Open Track, maybe? I don't know. Do some research on it, but there's, I think it's Open Track. Uses AI to sit there and watch your head and move it around. That's what a lot of people use for free. So, now with your controller, go into third person, or do you know what that binding is yet, or no?
Yeah, I have no idea, but I know what it is on keyboard. There
Okay, so if you go into third person and tap your free look button, it'll put you back to center, and then you can pop back in. It's a quick way to do it on controller.
Okay, there we go. I was looking on Google to see if I could find it, and someone has a
I think it's called
Reddit
Open
post
Track.
or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sure there's tons of those. But yeah. If you have a webcam, set it up. I flew 1,000 hours before I got head tracking, and then it blew my mind. It was like a brand new world again once I got head tracking, because I can actually look around at everything as I'm flying, and it doesn't matter where it's at. It opens up a whole new world of how you can maneuver your helicopter too. Because like flying sideways, no problem. Just look out the window. Going forward real fast, no problem. I'll look out the top window.
I've turned off the engine real quick, so I'm downloading something that I think it is.
Okay, in order to get it started, you'll have to reboot your game once you get it set up. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go set up the spawn for them.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, set that up real quick. Take a deep breath. I notice your controller is getting, or your control is getting a lot better. You're focusing more on individual inputs and less on like, I don't know, fluster finger in it. You know what I mean? There you go. Tilt to the right and down. Nose down. There you go. Level off, nose up. And rotate. No, level off. Yeah, so it's the most important thing for this whole course is to stay level. Like, you just want to keep it flat.
I was trying to keep the marble on the plate, but
Yeah.
it feels like it's so like slow to my reactions. Like I'll try and go down, but then it takes ages for the cross to go down.
I know, and that's why I like it's called the that's why the marble on the plate analogy is used, is because it at first it starts going so slow, but if you wait for it to get up to the speed that you want it to get to, it's already too late to catch it.
Yeah.
Like you need to catch it before it gets up to the speed you need to go to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, lag.
It's all right. You got it. Oh,
Oh, the lag put me off for a second.
I'll put you back. No big deal. Oh my god, what am I doing? You tell me, brother.
Ah, what am I doing? Stick. Like left and right. To turn left and right, but then it's not. It's my left analog stick that does
Okay,
that.
hold on, because I know we can get lost in progress beating our head against this wall, but I want to show you something real quick. I'm going to take you over here, back to where we came from, and now I want you to go fly to the other side and bring it to a hover, just like we started in the beginning, and I want to see the difference. Look how much better your height control is. Nose down, nose down. There you go. Put on the middle line in the middle. Oh, okay. You're bringing it into a landing. I thought you were trying to find a hover. Never mind.
Oh, that's my bad. I was trying to land, but I couldn't.
No. Go for it. Go for it. If you're feeling confident, don't stop that. Go ahead and sit it down real quick. All right. So here's something I ask all my students. So whenever we first met, out of 10 times, how many times do you think you could have safely landed the helicopter?
Well, at the beginning ring thing that we did, I felt kind of confident because it was kind of a big platform. But at the same time, because it was my first time, I was like, I'm not going to try and attempt it too much.
Yeah, so like just spitball it. So like out of 10 times, how many of them do you think you would have successfully landed when you first logged onto the server today?
4 or 5 maybe.
Okay. And then so now, kind of after just going over some of the basics and doing that landing, out of 10 times, how many do you think you could safely put the helicopter down?
I want to say like maybe 7 or 8 now that I know how to properly slow down.
Okay, so improvement. That's what I like to hear. So go ahead and head back the other direction, focus on your straight flare, bring it to a hover real quick, and just bring it to a hover over one of the pads, okay? Just worry about that for now, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, so no landing.
Don't worry about landing, just bring it to a hover. Go. Hold your nose up, flex it down. Doing good. Don't dip it. Don't dip it. There you go. Nice. Nice flare. Nice flare. All right, now set it down.
Oh, where am I going?
Yeah, see how you held your nose up there a little bit too long? Like, see how we stalled out there for a long time and we just kind of sat there? When we were stalled like that, if you had put your nose down on the neutral line and leveled us completely out, you would have been at the perfect hover. And that's kind of what you want to find. Is that little momentum stall. And then nose down, right here. Nose down, nose down, nose down. Yeah, see? See the difference there? And when you got to do it a little bit early, right? Nice. All right, go back to the other side.
Oh god.
Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Hold it up a little higher. Hold your nose up a little bit more that time. Yep, and down. Okay, so there's one thing. Whenever we're going fast, we can pull it up to 30 degrees. But whenever we're going slow, we need to keep it at like less than 5 degrees or 10 degrees. Like, and if you see on that center dial, each long mark is another 10 degrees there. Yeah, there you go.
Okay,
now nose
so
down,
this
nose
is
down,
like
nose down,
5.
nose down. There you go, right there. Now you found a hover. See that?
Yeah.
You see how you had to put your nose down a lot earlier than you felt like you did? But look at this hover. That's solid as a rock, right? Now set it down. Now hold down collective as hard as you can. See what I'm saying? Like, if you can bring it to a hover, you can land as hard as you possibly want to. Wherever you want.
Okay.
And that's why I'm trying to get you to focus on that hover right now. Is because a lot of people skip the hover and just go straight to practicing landings, and then they spend they learn in 1,000 deaths what they could have learned in 100 deaths if they had just practiced their hover first.
Yeah.
So take us back to the other side and give it a go.
What like altitude would you recommend me being at?
So at first I would have recommended you being up much higher, but now that you've been through the green course, you seem to have a lot better collective controls. So I would recommend you stay lower and start working at a little bit lower altitude now. You've improved a bit.
Okay. I'm gonna try and stick like below-ish 1.
Yeah,
100.
Find where you're comfortable. I recommend starting high and bringing it down like a ladder, step by step, right? Throttle up. Keep that nose up. Keep that nose up. Throttle up. Bring it to a hover. Bring it to a hover. There you go. That last little speed is what'll get you nose down. Nose down. Nose down. There, we held it a little bit too long, but we're good. We caught it plenty. Now collective down. As hard as you want.
Oh, that sounded a bit too heavy.
No, that's why I'm showing you how much more the aircraft has that you can beat it than you think you can, if you treat it right. Like, as weird as that sounds.
Okay. I was trying to take it slower to get the bubble down to 5.
Yeah.
But then you said that it just needed to go down, so I was like, I'm just gonna put it on the middle line.
Yeah, you got it. Before you reach 0, you have to be on the neutral line, because what happens is that ball starts rolling backwards much faster than it's slowing down.
Okay.
Nice. Nose down, slow, and down. There you go. Right there. Look at that hover, dude.
I don't think I'm above the platform though.
It doesn't matter. Who cares about the platform? From here, you can taxi. Remember the taxi practice we did earlier?
Little bit.
What we're learning is to finish our approach at a hover, then taxi and land. And this is the safe way to do it. And at first, it seems very slow. But if you practice this way and then speed it up over time, then it can become very fast.
Yeah. I think if you don't mind, I tried 2 more times and then probably call it a day because it's 3:20 a.m. for me.
Oh yeah, I get it. It's fine, dude. I was about finished too. I haven't eaten dinner. I need to go eat some dinner.
Okay. Because I know that a UK instructor said that he would be on 2 hours from 6, and he just never came on.
Oh, what was that silence? Yeah, I'm not sure what was up. Usually he's pretty good about it, so something probably genuinely came up.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not blaming him or anything. If people just got stuff to do, that's understandable.
Yeah. But so as I mentioned earlier, I do create like instructional content for Arma pilots. And do you mind if I share some of our lesson? Because I feel like it could be helpful to other people who are just starting.
Yeah, sure. It'd be funny seeing everyone probably laugh, but this is fine.
I don't think that it would be really received that way, because there's a lot of people that want to fly in Arma, but you see now how big that like skill gap is. Because
Yeah.
it's not something that you can just go pick up. So I feel like a lot of other people are in the same exact place you are and would benefit a lot from just being able to see some of your progress and how you made it. And then if like I said, my content is instructional, so if you're interested in learning more, I can't always be here, but I can always have videos up, so feel free to check me out on, I'm only really on TikTok and YouTube.
That one felt good.
Yeah, dude, that was fucking great.
Yeah, let me pull it up right now.
What a huge improvement right there from whenever we first got in the helicopter.
Yeah, it's definitely an improvement from like yesterday. When I flew my first helicopter, it's definitely an improvement.
Dude, me too. Everybody starts out there, and like I've flown so much in other games. Like I've really loved flying helicopters, so I was like, Arma will be easy. Like it'll be just like every other game. I got in my first helicopter in a match and entirely regretted it. I felt nothing but shame. After I completely demolished the helicopter and everybody inside of it, I'm like, yeah, I can fly. I could not fly.
Yeah, because the second time that I got in the helicopter in the second match, I was just sat there waiting, checking my controls, and that 2 people hopped in, and I warned them. I was like, I am learning how to fly, and one of them got out and the other stayed in, and I crashed like 2 minutes later.
One brave soul. Yeah, that's everybody's first experience with Arma, and I can tell you from my perspective, what I see a lot is people get an interest in flying. They come try it, realize how hard it is and how much they'll have to practice it, and they're like, never mind, it's not worth it. And then they'll just go back to playing conflict as a foot soldier. But I feel like if you just get a few key things under your belt, then it makes it so much easier to become proficient on your own.
Yeah, 100%. I'm gonna try one more time.
Go for it. I got a 6-minute video. It's like learn how to land in under 6 minutes or something like that. That I think that one will really help you because it shows where you're at right now in your progression and every step along the way to getting to everybody's end goal. And it's kind of like a high level thing, but it'll give you the exposure you need to come back to me and be like, hey, so how do I do this part now? And then I can bring you along the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I am still pretty new, so I'm trying to get all the information out there to everybody. But over time, I'm releasing more and more every day. So
far from the target.
Nice.
Perfect. Well, I think that's enough for me today.
Yeah. And I think the main thing we learned there is that we can come in a lot safer every time if we just bring it to a hover first, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, it was fun, RTC.
Yeah, thank you very much for teaching me everything, very much.
Of course, yeah. And sorry, it's not always the easiest for us to sync up being on different continents or whatever, but you know, keep messaging in the chat, and there's other instructors in other parts of the world that are available and always willing to help whenever they're on. So
Okay, that's perfect. Do I need to keep this ticket open, or should I close it and then when I want a lesson I open it anyway?
that's entirely up to you, man. If you feel like we satisfied your ticket, go ahead and close it, and then when you're ready, open a new one.
Okay. Alright, well thank you very much.
Of course. Take care and have a good one, man.
You too.
It's so hard to fit everything into short videos, so I wanted to try to bring you along on a lesson with me. If you enjoyed this lesson and made it this far in this crazy long video, just know that I appreciate you so much. If you found any value in it, please consider dropping a like, a comment, and subscribing. And as always, I'd love to see you on the server sometime. Take care.